Hello guys, welcome back on to series on education. This is part 2, so do well to listen. Thank you. Now, factors influencing the success of education. Psychological factors include motivation, intelligence, and personality. Social factors such as socioeconomic status, ethnicity, and gender are often associated with discrimination. Other factors encompass access to educational technology, teacher quality, and parental involvement. The primary academic field examining education is known as education studies. It delves into the nature of education, its objective, impact, and methods for enhancement. Education studies encompasses various subfields including philosophy, psychology, sociology, and economics of education. Additionally, it explores topics such as comparative education, pedagogy, and the history of education. Types of education. There are several classifications of education. One classification depends on the institutional framework, distinguishing between formal, non-informal, and informal education. Another classification involves different levels of education based on factors such as the student age and the complexity of the content. Further category focuses on the topic, teaching method, medium use, and funding. Now let's look at formal, non-formal, and informal education. Formal education occurs within a structured institutional framework, typically with a technological and hierarchical order. The modern schooling system organizes classes based on the student's age and progress, ranging from primary school to university. Formal education is usually overseen and regulated by the government and often mandated to a certain age. Non-formal and informal education occur outside the system, with non-formal education serving as a middle ground. Like formal education, non-formal education is organized, systematic, and pursued with a clear purpose, as seen in activities such as tutoring, fitness classes, and participation in the scouting movement. Informal education, on the other hand, occurs in an unsystematic manner through daily experiences and exposure to the environment. Unlike formal and non-formal education, there is typically no designated authority figure responsible for teaching. Informal education unfolds in various settings and situations throughout one's life, often spontaneously, such as learning their first language from their parents or individuals, mastering cooking skills by preparing a dish together. Some theorists differentiate between the three types based on the learning environment. Formal education occurs within schools. Non-formal education takes place in settings not regularly frequented, such as museum, and informal education unfolds in the context of everyday routines. Additionally, there are disparities in the sources of motivation. Formal education tends to be perplexed by extrinsic motivation driven by external reward. Conversely, in non-formal education and informal education, intrinsic motivation stemming from the enjoyment of the learning process typically prevails. While the differentiation among the three types is generally clear, certain forms of education may not neatly fit into a single category. In primitive cultures, education predominantly occurred informally with little destination between educational activity and other daily endeavours. Instead, the entire environment served as a classroom and adults commonly assumed the role of educators. However, informal education often proves insufficient for impacting large quantities of knowledge. To address this limitation, formal education settings and trained instructors are typically necessary. This necessity contributed to the increasing significance of formal education throughout history. Over time, formal education led to a shift toward more abstract learning experiences and topics distancing itself for daily life. There was a greater emphasis on understanding general principles and concepts rather than simply observing and imitating specific behavior. So guys, this is it. This is part 2 on the series of education. So guys, thank you for watching. Do well to watch out. Do well to watch out for part 3 on the same topic. I hope you all find this video interesting, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.